Hi, I'm County Councilor Randall Ryti, and I'm here at the Los Alamos Daily Post to summarize our budget hearings. They concluded this last Monday, April 29th, 2024, and the budget deals with this next fiscal year, which is fiscal year 2025 starting July 1st. So we had a total of 3 special sessions on the budget to review, tentatively approve, and then make a final approval of the budget for this next year. So just in terms of what the numbers are, the budget for 2025 is going to be $377 million, compared to the budget for this year, 2024, is about $382 million. So the budget process is a fairly lengthy one. So it starts last fall with our strategic planning session, and then we also provided some budget guidance to the county manager in January on some major parameters like salary and benefits, and then there's assumptions made about for the years after next year what inflation rate we're going to be assuming. So there's a projected reduction in GRT revenues that are projected to start in our fiscal year 2027. As best as staff can determine. And one of the other parameters was a 0.25% increase in the county gross receipts tax rate. So the budget that we saw that was proposed, so this one right here, was $372 million. So council did approve all the budget options that the county manager had requested. And I should have mentioned earlier, but the way that the process works is the county manager proposes the budget, and we actually had our transition of county managers back a little earlier this year. So we actually had Deputy Manager at the time Laurent, and then County Manager Laurent and former County Manager Lynn were heavily involved in the budget process and the options. So in total there were 23 budget options. We had additional discussion and explanation for 11 of these, and these included 6 of the 7 additional staff that were proposed. The Board of Public Utilities budget included 4 additional staff that they had requested, and that was tentatively approved when we approved that department budget. It's hard to summarize a budget this large, but just capital projects, for example. So people might remember that we had broadband slated for $35 million, and that money's just basically got moved forward to this coming fiscal year. So we're likely to see some action on that, potential action on that. So that's going to be one of the major items we need to fund. Some other things that are ongoing are ball field and athletic court work, improvements and maintenance, and that continues out for the next several years in proposed budgets. There are large projects that are in the out years, so starting in fiscal year 2026 to 2029 are the Tween Center, Social Services Hub, and the gym space on North Mesa, which is co-located with the middle school. So the funding for these projects comes from GRT transfers, so we get revenues through the gross receipts tax into the general fund, and we're able to make some large transfers in the current year. So that's how we're using the monies that we have currently. And also these GRT revenue bonds that are being considered. And there's about $75 million in total, won't be issued all at one time. Then just some other meetings we had. We also had 2 special sessions. We had one April 22nd to approve a contract for $1 million for athletic field renovations, and this has been something that the community's been very aware of recently, and we had a lot of comments. So that is ongoing, and as I mentioned, there is funding in the budgets to fund that work. And then we had on this last Monday, April 29th, we had a collective bargaining agreement for some new union members in Industrial Brotherhood of Electrical Workers and Public Works Department. And I think that's all I had for this. I think in terms of what's coming up on the future agendas, we're going to be seeing the revisions to the Animal Code coming up this month or next, and many other things. So thanks for your time, and if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to reach us at our council emails. Thank you.